I thought you were gonna.
What's up, man? What were you saying?
Instead of saying like what day it was, it'd be the number of stream.
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to update everything yet. I have to like go back through all our episodes. I want to do it though. It's been on the back of my head for a little bit.
No, I wouldn't update all of them. I just update like the.
No,
Like
I'd
I'm
want
going
to. Like,
forward.
I mean,
I
just
wouldn't want to go back and
thumbnails.
fix all of it.
No, it's just thumbnails. I'm not gonna fix the video, but like the thumbnails. So then it's like I have all because I have all the files, so I can do it. It's possible. Yeah, this striker's got quite the gut, but she don't want to date no broke man. Sounds like today. I'm not surprised at seeing that sign there. Also, Gran Turismo came out today for buying and renting. So yeah, I bought myself a copy. Good quality copy.
What do you mean? You went and bought a DVD?
Yeah, sure. I bought it from streaming stuff. Yeah.
Or was it a Blu-ray?
Yeah, it's Blu-ray quality. Yeah. The stream I got is like Blu-ray quality.
Is that really like a movie that's that impactful or good that you want to like really venture out and get a hard copy?
I'm not really getting hard copies anymore in general. So, but if I was,
what do you mean when you said you bought it?
Yeah, I got the digital file.
Oh, is that better than the just whatever you can download illegally or find? I don't even know how to put it.
Yeah, download the legal digital
anymore.
Download the legal digital copy. Yeah, I downloaded the legal digital copy. That's what you do. That's how you have to play these days.
Apparently, with YouTube, there's like a list of words you can't say, but nobody knows what they are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. And also, we got taken down, and then all I wrote to YouTube was, "This is inaccurate." That's all I said is, "This is inaccurate." Period.
Well, I don't want to even say the word that we were taken down for it because they're just.
Oh no! Yeah.
But you know what it reminds me of is the remember when George Carlin got arrested for doing the words you couldn't say on television and all that?
Yeah, and he did get arrested for it. Yep.
We probably couldn't even say that clip without getting taken down, which in a way is like it's sad to think like nothing's changed from the 70s to now.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's that thing from 2020 that doesn't go away that still causes issues. That's how I have to put it. That thing from 2020.
Yeah.
And the associated things around that thing from 2020.
Yeah, that are supposed to fix it, but end up doing other things.
Yeah. Well, that's speculative.
It's so weird to have to like talk in code because just saying outright what's going on is too much for people, or too much for them to allow people to hear about because they rather than just
that thing from 2020 that's not going away, and the Jack Scene 5 with their pop hits, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just I bet they'll manipulate it for some purpose.
Yeah, they'll figure that out.
Hopefully not, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was thinking, I'm sure what they flagged us for originally probably was accurate. Like me saying it was inaccurate probably wasn't true. I'm sure.
I don't even know where it happened.
I don't either.
I listened back to like a couple of the last episodes and I couldn't even find it.
Well, that was the 3-hour one that we did, so I don't know.
Was that taken down because of it?
No, they put it back up.
Oh,
it might have been taken down. I'm not sure. I think that's also what you should do is like, why give me a strike? Just take the video down.
No, don't take it down.
No, but that's like, it's like, why give people penalties and not just like, just take down the video. Who cares? Or why don't you do this? Why don't you just find that if it was that part that flagged it, why don't you just delete that part of the video? Because that's, like there's copyright shit.
Something.
Like if we play copyright shit, what they'll do is they'll just take that part out of the video. Yeah, I'm watching in the background here. I got Muppets Take Manhattan. Just realized how like in like the 80s, like no one was fat. You know, like now it's like everyone you see is fatter than all these people. Like every single person. They're all fat. Everyone's fatter than all these Muppets.
I mean, nobody was fat in the 80s.
They're showing like people in the crowds and people at like where the Muppet, like no one's fucking fat in the scene at all. It's like weird. It's like if you had a crowd today, you'd see some, you know, like this girl here with his gut hanging out over the sign. You know, you'd see shit like that. And I wouldn't say she's fat. She just shouldn't be wearing that shirt.
Yeah, so the live that we did was, I think it was like hidden, and then now I can see it again.
Okay, all right. So they brought it back. All right. Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, if they said what we did wasn't bad, then they should bring back the episode, right? Like, so it should be there. If we got the strike removed, yeah, it should be there.
You know, it's kind of ironic too. Is the highest stream thing we did the last 3 episodes before the One Piece one, which got the One Piece one got like 415 compared to like average of maybe 40 to 50.
Yeah,
so it's funny. Like the one time that we say like some positive stuff on one of these, it it does a lot much better than like when, you know, normally we're like just pointing out the faults of stuff going on and stuff that's not working.
No, I wish there was more. Like I wish there was more things like One Piece where I could actually be excited or happy about. I mean, I'm still like, it's funny. I think it's a phenomenon because I know once they make season 2, I'm sure they'll ruin it. You know, like that's I'm not doubting that. I'm sure it'll be ruined.
Safe. Game of Thrones had a good run until all the writers left to do other bullshit, and then they rushed the finale, and everyone just fucking hated it. You know.
Well, they had a good run when they had the source material, but then once they reached the point where
right. That's why everyone's on that fat motherfucker to finish stuff, so they don't have to rely on a bunch of, you know.
I don't think he's even close. He's got 3 books to go or something. And I don't think he
might
like
die before he even finishes all that stuff. He's morbidly obese almost.
I think he's kind of got that in place of a plan what to do if that does happen. I think it might be, I don't know if it's the guy who writes Wheel of Time or if it's Neil Gaiman that will come in and finish off the thing. Like there's a plan in place for if that happens. Not that I mean, I guess, well, it's also because there's like an estate. There's money now, big money attached to this, that you might as well have that. I don't know who would be the person to write it. I thought I heard Neil Gaiman, but I don't know. He'll probably be died by like a pegging accident before that. You see, George R. R. Martin. Yeah, I thought I read that. There's some people in mind, I know. Or the guy, I guess, who wrote Wheel of Time is a pretty good writer. Although he might be dead. I don't know. He could be dead. And everybody could be dead by, you never know.
Yeah, that's what Kyle Shanahan said when he was asked about Jimmy Garoppolo playing one week. He said, "We could all be dead by next week. Who knows if he'll be active?"
Yeah, that's I think they should kind of know that.
Now he's on the Raiders and dealing with a concussion, so he might as well be dead.
Yeah, they really look fucking bad. Like they really did look like one of the worst teams in the league, you know, last week. It's hard to tell some of these teams.
I think any team that's, you know, in Vegas probably going to have a lot to deal with off the field, especially for football.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you know, also they know like people are hometown betting, so it's like probably better to like lose because teams will make money off the losses. Like that's just the truth there. You know, it's like I noticed in here, like around the East Coast with like betting being legal in New York and New Jersey. It makes me wonder. There's a reason why the Jets and the Giants are terrible. It could be the case. It could be the case that you make more money off that.
Do you think Rodgers even got injured, or it's just all like faked?
No, I think he got hurt. I think it's.
I don't know. I mean, that's the easiest storyline to complete. is just having somebody fake an injury like that.
Well, more and more though, when you're watching the Jets, I don't even know if he really would have been able to do anything. I don't think their offense is. I don't think a quarterback is their issue. It's like it's everything else. Like I don't think they have the talent, like offensively, to like even have Aaron Rodgers work. I think it would have been like a down year anyway, and they'd be like, "Oh, I guess we'll try to get Rodgers some more weapons." That's what it looks like. Who do they have? Fucking Garrett Wilson? Is that it?
Brees Hall, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's the guy. I mean that's Brees
I
Hall's
watched
good
him
for.
play.
Brees Hall's
I
good
hate-
for a
I hate
shitty.
him.
He's good for a shitty quarterback, so you can just hand the ball off. Like that's running backs are good for shitty quarterbacks. That's why the Giants with Barkley, it's like you got shitty Daniel Jones. He can just hand the ball off to the good player. That's basically what it is. Yeah, Daniel Jones is a fucking disgrace. I can't stand him.
Did I ever tell you when I asked my Jewish employers why they like the Jets of the Giants?
What'd they say? Namath or something?
Well, no, it was two things. They said the Jets sound like the Jews and they like to suffer.
Yeah, that's definitely true. The Giants are doing that too.
The Giants have won multiple Super Bowls for the last like 10, 15 years. It's hard to complain.
No, I mean, I guess 15. I mean, the last one was 2011. So.
Whatever. Some franchises haven't won any, so it's hard to really complain.
This is like a New York franchise, with that money, with that New York money. Oh, God, we'll get flagged for that probably.
No, we said New York.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
New York money.
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure it wasn't because after the thing that happened to me, no one could look at me without dying laughing? You sure about that? You sure about that's not why?
Did you have that set to go or you just pulled it up?
I found it. I got it. I had it set to go. I only got a few things new.
Well timed. Like perfectly.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple spots for that. That's a good one. I could actually like use that one and green screen him out and put some background in I want to use. Like I could always do that. That'll come on play later. Whoever did
your like editing skills and timing have been improving every single stream, especially with like the whole psychedelic inverse effect thing.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Although I don't think it's funny. I put it as a clip, but it doesn't really get any play on YouTube.
No, you got to do a short. I'm telling you, shorts are on a different feed level, so you're probably going to get a whole different market of less attention span, idiot kind of Vine people.
Yeah, it was 22
seconds short instead of a clip.
It was 22 seconds too long for a short, and it's not vertical. They want you to shoot like a phone.
Just have it end earlier.
Yeah,
it's all
I
right.
guess I could have done that.
Yeah, you can still do it.
Yeah,
that we're back up and
put it in there. Yeah, no, I got some clips out. I got the Leslie Jones sucks video, and the ayahuasca episode 6.
Yeah, Amorosa comes out tonight, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it comes out actually in 1 minute on the East Coast.
You know what we should do a live stream where we just talk over the entire time, so the audio is not even legible.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. It looks they're doing some bad shit over there.
It's like it reminds me of when we saw Alien vs Predator, and people. It was almost like people were talking more than the movie was even discernible.
Yeah, that was better than the movie.
There was that much heckling going on.
Yeah, then there's some guy who actually wanted to see the movie, and everyone's like, "Who the fuck is this douche? You actually want to go see Alien vs Predator? Come on, you sure about that? You sure about that?"
I don't give a flying fuck into a rolling donut about what Al Pacino thinks.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, we need you should, after that, you should go to the Dunkachino clip from Jack and Jill.
Yeah, I could make a little edit on that. That's the thing with all my clips is I often have to put them into an editor and then like export it so it actually fits like the screen we're using. You know, a lot of these old videos don't work.
I don't know. I feel like that would be good, like almost call and response, because he's saying how stupid and unprepared Al Pacino is, and then you can go to like him selling out, doing a horrible movie with that. I mean, I gotta say, like that probably is one of the better subplots of Jack and Jill when you're watching that horrible experience.
Oh yeah, it's the absolute horrorshness of Adam Sandler, where he has to have a forced in product placement, and that like product placement almost takes up the plot of the movie. Like it's like half the plot is about the product placement.
I think one of the better things, like the better series you ever did, was the reviews stuff. When you go over like Amazon, not Amazon, fucking IMDb,
like the user reviews. Yeah, no, I liked it. It just yeah, actually, I got to bring that back. Got to bring some of that back.
We should we should just mix it into the live stream when we talk about
that's kind of what. Yeah, I got to plan it out a little bit. I got to find good ones.
Yeah, no, because you don't want to go through everything, because there's like so much just like spam and bullshit to probably wade through before anything funny or interesting.
Well, I like to see the crazy like 5-star reviews that are just insane people's opinions, and then I like to see like the 1-star reviews where they're hating on it so much. It's a good middle ground.
But also, you can definitely tell when the reviews like one of these bought and sold bots coming into like, remember last stream we were talking about how like 20 to 30% feels like it was manipulated. When you go through the reviews, you can see those. Like they're those like Chat GP fucking, automated things.
Oh yeah.
I bet with AI it's even easier for all these.
Oh yeah, they make these fake articles now.
Bots, like on Instagram and all the social media platforms that have fake bots. Now with Chat GP or whatever the fuck it is, they can just fill that out so much quicker.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's get to the first thing here.
Okay.
DC been having a bumpy, chaotic, shit-filled year. Black Adam did terrible. The Flash bombed. Blue Beetle bombed. Which I finally finished that movie. It took me like weeks to watch the whole movie. I was just like playing 10 minutes at a time and being like, oh god, yeah, that movie sucked. Jesus Christ, it was terrible. What's his name? Lopez.
George Lopez?
Yeah, George Lopez was terrible in it. Yeah, that movie sucked.
He looked weird as shit, right? You said he had I don't know if you can bring up like a photo of what he looked like, but from what you described, he sounded very strange.
Yeah, he had a mullet. It's probably not in this article, but yeah, he had like a mullet. Oh wait, maybe it is. Yeah, he had like a mullet, a big beard, and like black fingernails. It was a very strange. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it was. He wasn't a goth.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't get the character design. Maybe it's what the character looks like in the comic. I don't know. Blue Beetle could be. But yeah, Blue Beetle is not done well, and Aquaman 2 is set to probably be a failure. What we thought was that James Gunn was gonna kind of come in here and kind of right the ship. It doesn't. I can't tell if he's just not even started, even doing anything yet, and he's just trying to like, hey, like my stuff's coming out later. But yeah, some insiders and Warner Brothers saying they doubt that James Gunn can manage DC Studios, and that could be the case. That's a whole different type of thing, going from a director, writer to running a studio. It doesn't seem. I don't know. He made good stuff, but I don't know if anything he's done says like he could do a studio work. I would say like that Josh Whedon guy. Probably, I know he got canceled, but I'd say that guy probably better than this kind of stuff because he was, doing like ensemble movies and all that thing. He did the Avengers that everyone loved, so he kind of has a take on doing a big scale movie with different characters and having them all come to play. So I could see that a little better. But yeah, he's been canceled by like everybody. I don't know if you know about that. You know about Josh Whedon stuff?
What did he do?
I mean, originally he did like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He started off in TV and then did Firefly, which that's some geek.
That's still TV, isn't that the Sci-Fi Channel?
Yeah, but it's like Very big cult classic. Same with Buffy. I think maybe Angel is his too. Probably somewhat produced it or some
Yeah,
bullshit.
Angel's a spinoff. Did he do Dark Angel?
I don't know. He could have. Then he
It's
did.
like the Alba show.
He did the. Oh, I don't know. No, that's that other little fuck. That's J.J. Abrams.
Oh wow, yeah. These motherfuckers start out with a lot of, well, at least back then they started out with a lot of TV stuff because he went from that to Lost.
Well, because that was kind of back then, man. TV was, remember TV back then was not seen as seen as shitty, and now it's like that's the opposite.
Yeah, I feel like once True Detective came out, it really
Sopranos,
changed
dude.
the. Well, that's pretty old.
That's the start of the modern, the modern golden era of TV is when Sopranos came out. That's...
No, but I'm more talking about like when pretty well-established actors, without needing to, were working in television. Like,
yeah, probably Breaking Bad, maybe also up there for that.
No, Bryan Cranston wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, I guess he kind of made himself in TV.
I'm talking about like
Yellowstone's a good example of that, where you got fucking Costner coming in, movie actor coming in, doing a TV show. Now they're all doing it.
Well, it's like a even wider version of Dances with Wolves. That show.
No, it's like a soap opera. It's like a Dallas, like that kind of shit. That show sucks. I tried watching it. That show sucks. I like the prequels; they were actually pretty good. Yeah, like the Yellowstone prequels are good. 1923.
I haven't seen any of it. That
1883. That was good.
I've heard are good, but I've never watched either one of them.
Yeah, I tried getting into Ozarks. I don't know.
I didn't wire for me. It's just too daunting. I don't want to go through that many seasons or episodes.
Yeah. Also, I didn't really like Breaking Bad that much, and I didn't really like Ozark. They're both kind of shows that I'm not into. I'm not into like crime type stuff. I don't know. Maybe Sopranos did the best. I don't know. It's or I guess like a I don't know. Just that same kind of that story. They feel similar to me. I'm not really into it. I don't know. Like drug running, money, crime.
Oh,
like crime kind of dramas. That's kind of what they are. They never really like appealed to me that much. I mean, I see what's there. They're entertaining, but it's not really my thing.
No, yeah, I'm not really.
But yeah,
there's gotta be like a lot to it.
Yeah, this has been weird too, this whole Gal Gadot thing, because we kind of heard that she's gonna be back. She actually said that it's happening. Wonder Woman 2 is happening, and then Warner Brothers came out and said like, no, that's not true. So who the fuck is lying? I don't know. That's the question there. They could both be lying. That could be the case, but then we're hearing that
I thought those Wonder Woman movies did pretty well.
They did. I mean, the director, Patty Jenkins, is out. We know that. She's gone. She's not doing a movie with them. But it's still up in the air as if Wonder Woman's going to be recast. Is it going to be her again? I'm kind of like fine with, I don't know. I can't understand her half the time with that accent. So I think it probably should be somewhat different.
And I mean, my biggest gripe is that Wonder Woman is built. Linda Carter was really hot and had big tits, and
I think Gal Gadot
is like the opposite. She's like some flat, gobbly, mush mouth. I think it should have been like Alexandra Daddario or somebody who's at least well endowed. What about the British motherfucker from Captain America?
Yeah, her would have been good.
To have them in like two different superhero franchises together.
Yeah, I guess they couldn't do that. They definitely couldn't.
They don't cross-reference, do they? Does Captain America meet Wonder Woman? Oh yeah, they do. Never mind. That would never work.
Yeah, they couldn't do that. Yeah. Oh yeah. So a few months back, Gal Gadot herself sparked the hopes of return to the DCU as Wonder Woman with her cryptic comment, but nothing solid came after that, where she said she'd be back and she's talked with James Gunn, and then James Gunn said like, I never fucking talked to this bitch. Because I don't know who the fuck is lying, which is funny. Like, I kind of don't think he's lying. I guess it's typical actor bullshit. Maybe like an agent told her what James Gunn said, but wasn't true. I could see that. I could see someone lying to Gal Gadot. She's like foreign, doesn't understand English that well, doesn't speak it that well either. Go watch fucking Wonder Woman, especially the first movie. Go watch that. She's like hard to understand.
No, I know. I remember we did the Superman versus Batman stuff. I mean, a lot of her lines were like we would go back and replay it over and over again, and they were just so undistinguishable. I mean, you didn't know what the fuck she was talking about.
Yeah, and also I remember that Zack Snyder. I don't like Zack Snyder. I think he kind of sucks. I remember
really you don't want the cut?
I saw the cut. The cut's out. It's fucking 4 hours. It is better than what they put out in theaters.
4 hours.
It's 4 hours, and it's better, but it's still like a very meh movie. I don't know. I liked his Watchmen movie. I think that's the best thing he's done with the superhero stuff.
Yeah, Watchmen's okay.
The Dawn of the Dead.
Watchmen feels like a Sin City ripoff, just with more superhero shit involved than Sin City.
A little better though. Sin City had like Sin City story kind of sucked. That whole thing was just the look of it was cool and different. You know, like that's what I took away from that. And I liked how they had stories that were like little short stories as like an anthology. It was different. It was.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it was relying on any of that.
Yeah, I mean, I know with filming it was, but yeah, there's some cool stories in there. Definitely cool stories in there. The sequel wasn't even too horrible. Weirdly, that was okay. Also, like better than I thought it would be. But yeah, dude, with that Batman vs Superman movie, I remember she would be so hard to understand, and then Zack Snyder would do this editing shit where she'd be talking, and then they'd have that fucking boop, like that fucking terrible soundtrack that would be so loud. Like they I don't know if you remember the score for that, but it's like
for what?
The score for like that Batman vs Superman score. It's like,
oh yeah, it was like some
like Atari. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to do. I'm trying to think of like the melody, but it'd be like she'd be talking, and then they'd cut her like the end of her sentence off with
it's
the
like
fucking
some
loud score.
Wannabe shit where like it's pounding over every single point of dialogue when you really can't even understand what the fuck's being said to begin with.
Yeah, it was bad. It was not a good score. As per reports, though, if she's going to be Wonder Woman, there is a scoopster that has said, I don't know, how do you get labeled as a scoopster? A scoopster is taken to X or Twitter. I can't say call it X anymore. I'm not going to call it X. I'm not doing that.
No, it'll forever be Twitter to me.
Yeah, it's Twitter, and I like Elon Musk, but it's Twitter. It's Twitter, bro. Post read sources confirm that despite the reports saying otherwise, Gal Gadot will be back as Wonder Woman for James Gunn, DCU. I mean, that could be the case where maybe they're trying to keep it a surprise. Like James Gunn's like, I'm trying to fucking surprise people with this, and you come out and say I'm fucking doing a movie. Could see that. You know, like that could be the case. But then, you know, everyone's asking like, all right, you're gonna keep Gal Gadot, but no Henry Cavill as Superman. Like, why that choice? What about her that actually makes her worth keeping? Because, like you said,
well, I guess because she was in the franchise and it sold well. So,
you know what? I guess it did sell the best out of these people.
She seems to be somewhat marketable. I don't know. I feel like she's in some other stuff too.
She's in like the Fast and Furious series.
Yeah. Well, and also that.
That's not about her.
That Snow White shit too. Isn't she the queen?
Yeah. Actually, speaking of that, I saw Rachel Zegler was going to be in Paddington 3, but because of the strike, they like kicked her off the movie. Probably more just because everyone hates her. They kicked her off the movie. They're blaming on the strike.
There's probably like veiled reasons why she's being removed, other than what's really going on.
I think Hollywood.
She's an idiot, man. Like didn't she see what happened to people who try the same stuff before her? You know, I mean,
oh yeah. I think
Hollywood never ends well. It's not, even though like you think you're being virtuous and all that shit. It just, people like, especially people with like no money, don't want some rich asshole telling them how bad their life is and how horrible things are for them.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that too.
Give me a fucking break.
I think the Hollywood strike like wiped the slate clean for Hollywood without even having to. Now like they had all these over budgeted pre-production script projects. Now they're just fucking those are wiped clean. They're not like Back to the Future 8 or something. Not Back to the Future, but like again, like another fucking Friday the 13th
I'm
movie or
surprised there
something.
hasn't been a
It's
Back
wiped.
to the Future reboot.
Well, that's because Zemeckis it's in his it's even in his will to that. So like, do not remake Back to the Future. Don't do any sequels. So hopefully
Yeah, but
his
his
kids.
siblings can't get control of it and then change all that.
I
Not
guess
siblings.
the estate could. It's probably going to take the grandkids because
Isn't that the same thing that happened with Lord of the Rings and all that shit?
It is. Yeah, it took the grandkids to get to Rings of Power. So because of that, because the son of Tolkien, Christopher Tolkien, was pretty solid with all that stuff. He didn't like Peter Jackson's movies, and he was. I kind of think that's a little harsh because those are pretty good. I don't know.
It's probably like Roger Maris's son seeing Mark McGuire and Barry Bonds and all those, and Sammy Sosa hit the run over the home run record, and he's sitting there watching all this bullshit, and all they're all jacked up on roids.
Well, the biggest complaint with Peter Jackson's movies and like the diehard fans is the timeline's a little weird. But again, when you read Lord of the Rings, it's not like a direct timeline. It's like one chapter that's a couple chapters that are really long are about Sam and Frodo, and then another really long couple chapters about the Aragorn story. And you don't really know, if you're reading, you don't really know how they would align to each other. So there's some timeline issues. Like Shelob is definitely should have been in the second movie, but it takes place in the third movie. Like there's stuff like that. And also, I know Christopher Tolkien thought that the movie should be more like magical or something, kind of a little bit more magical fantasy, which I think was probably better not doing. Like Peter Jackson made it more serious, which I don't know. I think again, I don't know if we'll see a better version. I doubt we will. So there's that. It is pretty damn good. But one of them says, hopefully her music remains the same. That's what I'm talking about. That her theme, it's the Wonder Woman theme. It's like jarring music, and I don't like it. I hate it.
Do you have an example?
I guess I could play it, and then we'll for like a second. Like,
well, I'll be back. I got to get some water.
Well, hold on. Hear this before. See if you know what I'm talking about. See if here's this. Let's see if this like rings a bell. You might be able to like only play a few notes and you'll be able to tell. This is it. It's like a guitar
with a cello.
Yeah, I think she was playing cello in the background there. It was like the bass, but yeah, it's like this guitar kind of riff that like so loud over top of her like shitty Israeli accent that you can't understand anything.
Yeah, no, I remember asking you to like replay the clip 3 or 4 times, and after 4 times, I still didn't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember we were like, all right, I guess we're just not gonna know what the fuck she said. That's kind of what I remember like thinking too. And the movie that Patty Jenkins made isn't bad. But the best character in it is Chris Pine, who's not Wonder Woman. It's Wonder Woman's boyfriend is the best part of that movie. By far. She's, I mean, I think she's attractive. I know I see what you're saying when you're going to talk about previous Wonder Womans where I think she has the face, but maybe not the body, and then she doesn't really have the voice. I would rather Wonder Woman be American. Like same thing with Superman. Are you going to cast a British guy? Oh, wait, I think they did cast a British. Are you going to have Superman have a British accent? Does Henry Cavill do a British accent? He is British. Does he do a British accent when doing Superman? No. That's why you should have probably got someone who could speak fucking English. Come on. Speak that English. But yeah, that's my gripes with this whole Gal Gadot Wonder Woman chaos. We'll see what happens. I don't have much to get into the game. I don't care. It's just news, movie news. People like this superhero stuff. Martin Scorsese does not. I keep seeing him rail into this. And good for old Martin. Because I can't help but agree every time I hear. I'll like every tweet I see where it's Martin Scorsese shitting on superhero movies. Because, yeah. I mean, they're not good, And he comes from an age of Westerns that were overplayed. But even then, I feel like there was a lot more quality to those Westerns. They weren't like this. Also, the budget of these CG movies is just crazy, and like that Aquaman movie, it looks like you're looking at a fucking video game or just obvious people that are in a green screen room. Every single thing around them is CG. Even their costume is CG. It's like the only thing in the fucking screen that's real is like their face. And you even question how much they put CG into that. Where they're like, oh, Jason Momoa is a flat, terrible actor. Let's put some kind of expression onto this guy's face. We got Amber Heard in here after all. And it sucks because that Patrick Wilson guy's in there. And I always kind of thought Patrick Wilson was a good actor too. He kind of improves a lot of things. Oh, also another quality guy from The Watchmen. The Watchmen was good. I think part of it was the acting too. You had some decent actors in there. You got the Negan actor as the comedian. I like Billy Crudup a lot. He's good in a lot of things I've seen. I feel like he's always a quality actor. That was a decent cast too. Malin Ackerman looked good in that back in her heyday, her Maxim day. And that's probably one of my favorite superhero movies. That Blank Man. What else would I say I liked? Yeah, I would definitely say Watchmen. I would say Blank Man. I would say The Incredibles. And I'd probably say Iron Man. I genuinely like those movies. And then I would also probably throw Logan in there. But I've never saw Logan again, maybe because it's I don't know. But I throw those in as actual superhero movies I like. Oh, and Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3 are like the tier under. That's tier 1. They're like the tier 2 high end, that kind of thing. Captain America, Civil War, and all that crap. Captain America never did anything for me. I know people love those. Never did anything for me. That's like the one when you hear people talk about, the best Marvel movies, you got to talk about Captain America. I saw those movies. I saw Winter Soldier. I didn't really. It was okay. Didn't do a lot for me. But what do I know?
You say something about Blank Man?
Yeah, I brought up my favorite superhero movies. I would say, I'm not. This is
Blank Man
order, but I would say The Watchmen, Blank Man.
Is Short Circuit? Would you consider that a superhero movie? Because
No,
Johnny Five is
really.
kind of a superhero.
I wouldn't consider that a superhero movie. I would consider
Why
Blank
not?
Man a superhero movie. No, it's not.
You don't think
It's
Johnny
kinda
Five
not.
is a superhero?
Not really. It's a robot movie. It's like a kid's movie.
Yeah, but he fights, like carjackers and stuff. And he's got a villain to
I guess
overcome.
it's close. It's close. But yeah, Blank Man.
Yeah, I love Blank Man. I
Watchmen.
I think Blank Man would be a really good reboot too.
Yeah.
I don't know. They probably get like Kevin Hart, but it'd be
it's
good
fine
if they
just
got
as it is.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna reboot everything.
Yeah, I don't think that one's the one. I don't know. I don't think it's because it's like a Batman ripoff too. Yeah, that's also why I liked it because I think it has big Batman vibes to
Yeah,
it.
because Batman has no
Batman
powers,
parody.
he relies on gadgets.
Yeah, it's like a Batman parody. And then also, The Incredibles, I thought was a good superhero movie. Put that in there.
That's animated.
Still, I would still put it in there. Logan, I liked a lot, but Never really saw it again
Logan
after
was the
seeing it
one with
once.
that little she-male kid and
I
the
don't think there's a
chameleon guy.
she-male in it. No. There's no she-male in it.
The she-male kid.
There's Patrick Stewart's in it. He's like dying. And then the gay Hugh Jackman guy.
There's no chameleon guy. I thought
I don't think there's a chameleon
Stephen
guy.
Merritt from
Oh, there
the
is
British-
a chameleon guy. There's a chameleon guy. He's a she-male in there?
No, the she-male is the little kid. Well, you can't tell if it's like
I thought it was just a little girl.
girl.
No, it was a girl. It was an obvious little girl.
It's pretty ambiguous.
I've seen it. It's a little girl.
It's debatable.
Yeah. Well.
You love me.
There's my she-male clip.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, I think that's broken the ground.
Lucasfilm logo. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but no title crawl. Oh well!
I applauded it for being different.
It broke new ground!
Yeah,
When he looks over at that computer thing, is there anything there, or it's just like a broken?
it's like a broken
monitor?
screen. But it's funny when you see definitely that whole little bit was completely unplanned just by the reaction of everybody. Everything else felt a little planned. Yeah, man, they're that's actually going to come up into some of this stuff I'm going to talk about, but just YouTubers in general. This goes into the strike kind of stuff. How you know, like, who gives a shit about fucking shitty Hollywood movies when you have, like, Red Letter Media is a good example. You have like good YouTubers that are completely independent media. You know, like, I would rather watch I'd rather watch them than fucking something Hollywood's gonna put out most of the time. Like, I'd say a good 90% of the time. There's some 10% stuff that slips by that's good.
What do you mean? You can't equate a feature-length film to some YouTube video.
No, I can, because I would rather sit down and watch something from a good YouTuber than go watch, you know, a TV or a movie that these days.
I know, but the format.
I'm not saying the format's different, but it's still like your entertainment time, and I think that's a big thing that's changing.
I know it's easy to say, but like, I mean, you can't compare a movie that's been invested with millions of dollars to some YouTube video that's, you know, barely.
But you can compare entertainment enjoyment. You know, if I'm getting more entertainment enjoyment out of that,
then the
majority
is so much different. You know, I mean, if they make a shitty video, it costs them barely nothing. If they make a shitty film, it costs them millions of dollars.
Which is saying something there, that I could actually watch something that doesn't have a budget or a micro budget behind it, and it's still more entertaining than Ahsoka. You know,
yeah, because
that's bad.
Involved.
There's
less at stake. You know, there's
less
really
talent
no
though
risk
involved.
of any kind of financial repercussions.
But it's funny how that
formulaic and stuff, because they need to make sure some idiot fan base is baked in before they even greenlight the shit.
But there's less talent involved too, which is sad.
Well, that's a whole other thing. Like casting, yeah, definitely. I think casting makes a big difference when you have that level of budget. Like Armand Hammer, that guy's been a lead in several films now, and I think everyone's realized he's just, it's not going to happen.
He's cannibal now too.
Tom Holland too.
No, he was
Spider-Man stuff.
You know, Armie Hammer's a cannibal, right?
They're bombing. Yeah, I feel like we brought him up before. He is doing some cannibal. It's weird. He had cannibal stuff, and then he did that cannibal movie with the Call Me by Your Name director.
Yeah,
The game movie with the
literally all he had to do was not eat people, and he would be famous because he's just sort of he
I
just
don't know if
getting
that's
all
true.
these roles.
I can't imagine that he actually did anything like that.
No, it sounds like he did. I don't doubt it. Doubt that. I think it's just fucking crazy that even came into play. You know, all you had to do was just do single thing that the studio's pushing, because he would have been fine. You know, like, look, he kept getting role after role for like no reason. You know, like a little weird on that.
Because he was in The Social Network twice, because he was a clone or a twin or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then he was in that Call Me by Your Name shit, that growing
a lot of other stuff.
That growing of age gay movie. And that enough was, I guess, to
I'll
buy
take a
some
lot of
time.
boxes. Amazon, desperate after this Lord of the Rings of Power disaster. That's my next thing here. So all these companies are doing streaming, and it's been losing fucking money. It even came out that Disney, they're actually getting sued by this. They've been hiding their Disney Plus losses. So that could be why the stock has been going down. But they've been lying about this to sustain the stock prices. They're now, a lot of these platforms like Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, they have these ads baked into their streaming service, which is a lot of reason why people left cable, to get rid of the fucking ads. I mean, it's why I like my own server of stuff. I can't do ads. I can't do it. Like, there was a long period of time where I didn't see a commercial. It could have been like a year or two.
Oh, it's fucking brutal, man. Like,
I can't do it.
When you're at the mercy of it, it really feels like
I'm not.
70% of what you're actually watching.
That's why I like having my own
awful.
server. I am not at the mercy of any commercials. And now Amazon.
Yeah, but you gotta. You're not like watching that on your television. You gotta do something to get it.
Yeah. There's some effort involved. You know. And
I mean, for me to run Plex, I have to turn on the Apple TV thing and then use my Mac laptop to show it. I don't know if a lot of people just have that as an outlet to do.
That's a little well, no, I mean, more and more I'm hearing people talk about Plex. I even heard Jay from Red Letter Media talk about he's got a Plex server. It's actually like pretty damn popular. And even you'll hear other YouTubers being like, talk about like it's pretty popular.
But you can't just like you need like a conduit to play Plex. You know what I mean? It like
I think
a box
most people have that.
shit.
Yeah, you're the only one that has a streaming box that's from 10 years ago. Well, maybe more. You have the Apple TV second edition Apple TV, which
it's not working that well either.
Oh, it's not supposed to be.
A lot of times it like goes in and out during the episode. Like, I've been watching The Bear, and half the time I'm just, plugging and unplugging it in, blowing in it like it's some Sega fucking.
No, yeah, that thing that you're playing on is from 2010. So that's about 13 years old.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids that didn't even live that long.
Yeah, I mean, you can get an Amazon Fire Stick for $40.
It's fucked up to think about, but like a lot of people don't even make it to 13.
No, yeah, exactly. But Amazon, if you get Amazon Prime, they're planning
on Trevor Simeon.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Amazon's putting. Yeah, I saw that just before. Amazon's putting commercials now in between videos, and guess what? It doesn't matter what plan you have; they're fucking putting that shit in there. They're forcing that on you.
Oh, so I thought you were gonna say they're great.
No, I mean, people left cable for these no ads for Amazon Prime and all the streaming shit, and now getting hit with those fucking ads. It's almost like they lost money on a big franchise that they bought. It's like there's a big franchise I think they spent a lot of money on that maybe didn't do so well could have potentially sank their earnings in certain areas. Could have been something like bought by the Tolkien estate too. Maybe something like Rings of Power, where only 37% of the people finished the show. You're one of those people who did not finish it, right?
Finish what?
The Rings of Power. You only saw some of it,
Yeah,
right?
I wish you never even told me about it. And like,
I think that's
those 3
you're not
episodes,
alone.
I felt like I was clocking in for a second job, just trying to get through that shit. The only thing that it's nice about is whenever you play that, weird spoof clip, I actually understand what they're referencing.
Yeah, and then all these people, there are people who defend this show, and it's like disgusting. It makes me think like they'll go on Twitter and say like, I can't wait for season 2 of Rings of Power. This was such a good show, and then I kind of just think to myself,
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure it wasn't because after the thing that happened to me, no one could look at me without dying laughing? You sure about that? You sure about that's not why?
yeah,
We gotta get sloppy steaks mixed in too.
yeah, I got to get that one in there.
And also, there's this one where he's got like a doggy door, and this like freak creature.
Oh yeah, that like disgusting pig thing comes in, and it's just a dog with a Ronald Reagan mask. Yeah, that's a weird skit. There's a really good one with Will Forte, who's got a ponytail that gets stuck underneath the car. That's a good skit too. It's a really
I
weird
gotta say,
skit.
Will Forte, man, he's very underrated because
very hit or miss though. He's very miss.
I gotta say, like,
I think as much good as he does bad. He's very SNL
debut. Well, no, actually, the Solomon Brothers are decent too. But
that's okay. A lot of bad too in that movie.
But MacGruber was really
solid. Yeah.
Like I was so surprised at how well that movie turned out.
Yeah.
Going in, I thought it was going to be absolute shit.
Yeah, but it's thinking about this with this streaming loss, it's almost like there's a franchise that didn't do so well.
Have you seen the Solomon Brothers with Will Arnett?
Yeah, when they go to prison and like the Will Arnett. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Well, it's like these two brothers who are obsessed with having a baby.
Yeah.
I liked it. It's not a good movie, but
it's a Comedy Central comedy movie. Comedy movies aren't often supposed to be good movies. It's a funny, enjoyable movie.
It's one of the few SNL reboots I can remember of that were.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then also, but this 37% stuff for Rings of Power, this is not new news. This comes from April. Like this is stuff we found out about. Like, what do you think Wheel of Time is doing? Probably so much fucking worse.
7%.
Yeah, and by the way, it's a little bit better in Europe.
That's failing. That's like a.
Oh yeah, there's no reason to. I mean, this is what it says. Hollywood reporters and insiders have said like a 50% completion rate would be viewed as a solid but not spectacular result. So it's like if you're getting at like 50, it's like, all right, it's okay. Probably enough to like get it a season 2, but then if it drops below, you're like done. This is 37, and they're actually trying to tout this like it was good. They're trying to tout it like it was good. It's fucking disgusting.
These are daggers dropped by my men that were slaughtered by an ice troll in the second age. But I do not like to talk of such things. And for you, Legolas, this is a new bow, so that you may kill a troll as quickly as I did, in under 10 seconds. And for Samwise Gamgee, rope forged from the hair of an ice troll that I killed many years ago. And for Frodo, the bottled tears of an ice troll. Did I mention I killed an ice troll many years ago? In under 10 seconds? Fare thee well, my friends, and may these gifts forged from the body of an ice troll that I killed many years ago in the second age in under 10 seconds. Fare you well on your journey.
I feel like Frodo's reaction to that is like when he gets handed the thing, it looks like he's reacting to her ridiculous comment. But yeah, 37 fucking percent. And then look at this. Look at this rating. Look at this. Look at this differentiate. Like different. Like this is how you know fucking they're buying these fucking ratings. 83% critic score. You sure? You sure about that?
You sure about that?
83%.
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure?
I can't. I gotta. I'm gonna be using this clip a lot. Cause fuck. 83%. People actually think that. Look at that
No.
difference.
That's
Look at
not
that
real. There's no
Look at-
fucking way that's real.
Look at how it's actually flipped. 83 and then 38. It's like the exact inverse. Isn't that kind of weird? That's a conspiracy right there. And also, by the way, this is a $1 billion budget. So remember that. This was made for $1 billion. This is some Dr. Evil type money, which is what Jeff Bezos kind of looks like. But $1 billion fucking dollars, and people didn't even finish the show. So say hello to those ads. Amazon doesn't care. They're saying get fucked and watch these fucking, I don't know, tampon commercials. Stuff that like I tried to avoid. And if you hate ads, you know what? There's only one thing to blame. If you hate ads in general, blame rings of power. Blame rings of power. Blame Galadriel. That's my my closing statement on that. If I'm in the court of law there, I'd blame it all on rings of power. I think that's safe to say. It makes you want to check your liquor meter and see if you should start drinking.
You know, you're wondering whether I'm still the liquor. No. Guess what? I'm on top of the liquor. I am the monkey in charge of bananas. What's my secret? This little device right here. I just take a little blow, and it tells me when it's time for a little top-up. Because when I first got this, I used to ride it around 0.20, which is fucking wasted, 24/7. But now, I leave it at 0.12, which is perfect. It's right in the fucking slot, just past the click. That wonderful moment, just like Julian. I'm sober enough to know what I'm doing, and I'm drunk enough to really enjoy doing it. Oh, look at that, 0.10. Time for a little drinky poo. Cheers, genitals.
He's got something right. There is that little.
What do you think he's drinking? Looks like
probably
brown.
Diet Coke. Probably Diet Coke. He didn't drink. He's a great drunk actor.
I got some cherry Coke stuff I'm gonna mix with some brown shit.
What kind of cherry Coke? It's like a Coke Zero or some bullshit?
I didn't mix it yet. No, I don't want 0-calorie stuff. I want all the sugar and all the sodium.
Oh, you're going on the heavy stuff. You're going the real America stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an American, you know, without the A.
Bring on the sugar. Bring on those carbs.
I don't want some low-cal fucking fake sugar,
right?
Nisser causing
some
substitute.
Anorexic type shit. Yep. You want that chicken grease in there. Mix it with some chicken grease. Maybe some pork fat.
Have you had pork rinds?
I tried them because you know, like that keto diet.
What are they?
They're
it's like
it's a good question. They taste terrible, by the way. They're not good.
Blown into a cracker.
It's basically rendered pork fat that gets kind of fried and it becomes sort of like a cracker. I tried it. They're not good. They're not good at all. I don't know. They're greasy. They're gritty. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But if you are trying to get like a high fat diet, they're like perfect for it.
No, I'm not trying to get a high fat diet.
No, but some people do. I
I've
mean,
never had pork rinds before, but I've heard people say how great they are. But
well, you
that's
know,
probably
like the
disgusting,
keto diet is like a high fat diet that's a weight loss diet.
Well, I
Because
got
your
I'm
body will
drinking
eat the fat
new
first.
pumpkin beer today.
Oh, you got more pumpkin beer?
It's a lower alcohol percentage. It's 8.6 compared to 10, which was the
Oh
last
yeah,
one.
that was high, man. That is high.
But there's no spice involved, so it tastes pretty fucking good. It tastes like pumpkin mixed with like a graham cracker and a
Okay, that's
little
not bad.
bit of chocolate. It's pretty fucking awesome.
Like
It's
a
a really
golden
nice
graham.
mix of flavors.
It's like a chocolate golden graham.
Obviously, they're all fake, but
What's the chocolate gold? Are those golden graham? What's the chocolate little bear things? Are those? What is that? Chocolate bear crackers?
Teddy Grahams?
Is that what it is?
Oh, you're talking about a cereal?
You know, it's Teddy Grahams. The chocolate Teddy Grahams. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I thought you were talking about a cereal.
I'm talking about those chocolate Teddy Grahams. That sounds like to me when you're saying like a cracker, graham
Well,
cracker,
Teddy
but
Grahams
chocolate,
are like
like a chocolate Teddy Graham.
food, like not food, like snack based cookie thing. And then there's a version of that that's cereal based. I can't remember the name of it. Where
I'm
the
surprised there's no
outside,
Teddy Graham beer. Sounds like a good crossover. Right?
yeah, I would
Brew
drink
some
the
Teddy
fucking
Graham
shit
beer.
out of that.
Or even like an IPA where they call it like chocolate graham cracker bears. Well, they can't
You know
say
if that
Teddy
exists?
Grahams.
Did you Google it?
It
Or-
probably does. Like I'm sure that exists. I'm sure someone's made a beer
I
that
know,
tastes like it.
It's pretty hard to find shit that doesn't exist already.
That'd be like a
Especially
stout,
something
right?
Like just any kind of a name for anything.
Like a chocolate Teddy Graham beer would be like a stout. That's what I'd imagine.
Yeah, but then you could maybe get like a Guinness sponsorship where Guinness is doing like graham cracker chocolate cookie
Yeah,
dough
get a crossover.
hybrid beer. I mean, that sounds fucking good. If I saw that, I would buy
Doesn't sound
it.
bad. I'll agree. I mean, you know what I had recently that
But,
wasn't bad? Those there's some seltzers that aren't that bad.
This pumpkin though, for a 4-pack, costs the same amount as the last shitty pumpkin beer did for a 6-pack.
What's that
So
price?
It's expensive.
What's the price? Like $10?
It's like between 10 to 12 with tax and all that kind of shit.
Oh, okay.
But you get 2 less beers, and the bottles are the same size.
Yeah, some of the liquor I drink is not too cheap. I noticed that.
Well, you're buying high end whiskey. I don't mind buying
Whiskey's not high end.
brown shit just to mix.
You gotta flush it down with brown. Push it down with the brown. I guess that's beer is included in that. I don't know. I couldn't drink beer.
No, brown.
I
is
can't
not
drink
beer.
it. I can't
Brown
drink
is
beer.
like whiskey or
Isn't beer brown?
no, I know it's brown, but like when you say brown, I think of like brown liquor.
Yeah, I'd say beer though counts. It's brown.
The alcohol percentage is not even close.
See, I think the thing with me is I could do a beer, but I couldn't go past that. I couldn't go past a beer, and a beer won't get me drunk.
Beers are nothing; they're just water.
I don't know. I feel like I just can't drink
Unless you
that
get
much liquid.
Unless you get like those IPA brewery type of beers where they're very high content. Like actually, the pumpkin thing I had last week was sort of like that, where it's like 10%
Where you only need a
plus
few. You need like
for
a few
little
beers.
bottle. Yeah, but
That's why I tried that seltzer. It's not bad.
the
Seltzer's low
8%.
calorie, low carb.
Those seltzers are like fucking piss water. They have no liquor in them.
Yeah, but they're easy to drink. I guess
Yeah,
for me,
it's like drinking water. There's no.
it's like
alcohol.
drinking water. It's basically drinking water, and then there's like you drink 4 of them and you're drunk. But I don't think I could even drink more than. Again, I wouldn't mind like taking 2 shots and then drinking 2 of those or something. But yeah, I mean, I can get drunk in T-minus 10 seconds if I just take a couple shots.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean,
that's why I like the liquor is quicker, man.
if you gave me like a bottle of Jack Daniels and I just drank out of it for a minute straight, I'd be completely fucked. You got to just decide on how you're gonna.
Well, it's like that quote, man. Isn't like beer and wine are dandy, but liquor is quicker. That's what I live by. Gotta live by that quote. I think Willy Wonka said that, right? Maybe Timothy Chalamet said that, I guess. Waif of a man.
Yeah, I forgot about that Wonka reboot.
Oh yeah, waif of a man. I think I can't like think of him without thinking of that comment. By the way, every time I think of Timothy Chalamet, like waif of a man has to come at the end of that. I've realized that.
Well, when I think of him, I think of that weird scarf tie.
Yeah, that comes into play.
Episode that we did. Well, I mean, to me, that's when like we kind of like switched the channel up and started covering weirdo.
Yeah, I'm still actually. Shit. I got to look out for. I looked at New York Fashion Week a week ago just to see if there's any funny outfits, and there wasn't. What was that? It was
the Met Gala.
That was Met Gala, which everyone talks about being ridiculous. That was
one of the better episodes we ever did.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be ridiculous again. I don't know when Met Gala is.
Go back and try and like clip or short that shit out because people like shorts.
Met Gala's in May, so we gotta wait till May.
Oh, we're definitely we gotta.
Should like live. We should go there. We should go to the Met Gala. We should be there. To make fun.
You know what we should do is we should have like some kind of live acting, like bigger than a phone, but like live feed.
I can't wait till 2024 Met Gala. May 1st, 2024. So we'll this is gonna be marked on my calendar. On my Timothy Chalamet calendar, where he's getting blown in the wind. His whole body is getting blown up because he's so light. He's getting blown by the regular wind. Like he can't go to Chicago. He like can't be in Chicago.
What's going on with Dune?
It's delayed because the writer's strike till March.
I want to see the next one in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to see it in fucking. It's supposed to come out in October. I wanted to see it. I would have went and saw it. I would have bought tickets for this fucking shitty Hollywood.
Is the writing really impacting that shit? I thought it was already done.
Well, this actually all plays in. The writer's strike is now done. So.
Oh, it ended?
Kinda. Pretty much. It looks like it's ending. There's been. Basically, the studio has said that we're extending an offer, and this is like our last offer. Like they're kind of said, like, yeah, this is it. We're not offering you anything more. Which, it could be the case. Might not. AM. What is it? I mean, it could be the case. They're saying it's the best offer. I'm sure it is. Another thing is that it's been fucking 5 months since this whole thing happened, and like the late night shows, and I mean this is a little dated because it's just 3 months, but no one gives a fuck that there's no Stephen Colbert, no Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, like none of these people. Seth Meyers, you could say their name wrong all you want. The show is not none of these shows are on TV anymore, and no one seems to give a shit. I mean, even like, let's see these comments. I only want to know these comments. Yeah, they're just using reruns to bring back Johnny Carson. There is a Johnny Carson channel I saw recently. It's weird. It's on it's actually Plex on Plex. Plex offers free TV stuff, and they were showing some stuff. Yeah, bring back Johnny Carson. Yeah, it exists. Johnny Carson's still on, in a sense. Yeah, no one gives a shit about this. Literally, no one cares that there is no writers that are actually making this. But the newest thing is is that a deal has been sent out to the writers and to these, you know, little babies that finally want their way, rich little babies that want to, keep playing pretend. That's pretty much how it is. Yeah, the AMPT. I'm assuming that's American Motion Pictures something. Moved to make a last and best final offer to the WGA, Writers Guild of America, meant to signal to the guild that the companies will not engage in any further negotiation. This is like engaging with terrorists. The WGA. They're like little gay terrorists with pink little pussy hats. Basically, what you're dealing with. If I was the studios, I'd be like, we're not going to give these fucking people anything.
WGA.
Yeah, the Writers Guild of America, and then AMPTP. I mean, let's try to just guess what that stands for. I'm going to say American Motion Pictures.
Well, what does it stand for?
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to guess. I know the first part of it is AMP, American Motion Picture.
Americans manipulated. Oh,
yeah, but what is AMPT? What is okay? All right, and I found out. What do you think it stands for? I was a little wrong. I would say you would think it'd be American. It's not American. It's Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. Basically, the 350 film production studios. That's what it is. Yeah. So they're pretty much saying, get fucked, take this deal or not. And yeah, I mean, these little babies who can't afford their $1 million houses should probably just say yes. I would say so. The nitty gritty,
just nepotism candidates.
Yeah, the nitty gritty details of the terms, pretty much surrounding AI stuff and streaming stuff. So they want more streaming money, which is funny because we talked about how none of these studios are making money off streaming, but they're pretending they are. So this is only kind of coming back and biting them, that they're gonna have to give these little, politically correct identity politic writers more money because they've been doing such great stuff. We've had such great stuff in the past couple of years. It's like they picked like probably the worst time to go on strike. Like they're not putting out good stuff. If you were actually putting out good stuff, people would
Barbenheimer
care. There was that,
good, but
then like also look at how
profitable.
Like the studios have been saying, like, oh, we can't promote our movies on late night TV. That's why we're not getting the numbers.
Or post strike.
It was done. It was written and finished before the strike. That's why it came out on time. So it's within range of everything. But they couldn't promote neither movies on late night TV, which didn't seem to matter because those movies both did really fucking well. Barbie making over $1 billion. I don't even know the numbers lately on Barbie. Just take a look.
I'll be back.
What do you think the numbers are on that? Gotta be over $1 billion, right? It's gotta be. Yeah, Barbie right now is at $1.4 billion. So it's basically kind of hitting that $1.5 billion range, which it's really good. But we were talking about The Exorcist last week, a week ago from today, and that episode got taken down because the thing we talked about that's from 2020 that never seems to be going away, and the Jack-Scene 5 surrounding the show event. That seems to be a topic of concern for the Alphabet company. But The Exorcist, back in its heyday, we did the inflation calculator. It made about $2.9 billion. $2.9 billion. So basically a $3 billion movie. Basically actually pretty much is. It's double what Barbie's making now, which we saw how Barbie was this fucking sensation. So look at when people actually put out good material that's like artistic good, fits within the horror genre, something new, something fresh, something different. Look at the fucking result. Same thing goes with Ghostbusters. We saw that movie, a comedy movie, an American comedy movie made about $1 billion worth today. American comedy movie. And I guess, Barbie kind of fits in that range, but it's also coming from an intellectual property. It's coming from an IP, the Barbie IP, which is, big franchise from Mattel in our day and age. We all know it. Ghostbusters was out of fucking nowhere. No one knew what the fuck Ghostbusters was. That created the franchise. So it's a different thing. Same with Exorcist. Created the franchise, $2.9 billion. I'm sure Blair Witch kind of falls within something crazy. Something like that. Well, yeah, all these rich little babies complaining about everything, and basically, like we talking about before, people would rather watch other things. No one's missing it. I mean, I myself, I'd rather watch something on YouTube, even if it's a fucking someone makes a little fucking history video about the Christian Revolution or war versus the Protestants and the Catholics in the Middle Ages. I'd rather watch that. Do I really want to watch? I'm putting on that before I go watch fucking Stephen Colbert. And I'm a person who actually, I used to like old Jay Leno stuff. I used to like Conan. I still like Conan. Conan's funny. I haven't checked out any of his stuff. I'm sure it's okay. He also kind of got a little bought and sold too. So, I can't say Conan lasted long, but at a time, like the early 2000s, there was still good late night comedy that was going on. Conan got fucked because he would have been the perfect Tonight Show host. Now Tonight Show is a joke. For a little, even with Jay Leno, it was still kind of a big deal. It still was like, okay, this is still kind of continuing the success from Johnny Carson. Like, we have a pretty good host. He's continuing it. Conan was going to be like the next big host, like the next one to continue the line of, this.
Yeah, but he got fucked up by Jay Leno.
And he got fucked over. And now we have fucking Jimmy Kimmel. Like, totally tanked that brand of a show. Totally tanked it. It's like I don't know who likes Jimmy Kimmel. I don't really know. I've never met someone who says like, oh, I love Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy Fallon. But Jimmy Kimmel is the same thing.
Like Jimmy Fallon, like SNL from that time period.
No, they did, dude. No one liked him on that. People like Will Ferrell.
There's a lot of people who like SNL related shit, no matter how bad or good it is, because it's SNL.
The question is there, or is it just that NBC pushes that because they have a deal with Lorne Michaels? Is it just what they present to you? It's like kind of like music too. It's like, would Cardi B and all these people be as famous if they didn't push it down your throat?
No.
That's kind of what I think SNL actors are. They push that shit down your throat. They jam that down. They push it down. You watch NBC, you're getting deep throated by Lorne Michaels.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's. I mean, is there any other way to say it? It's truth. I mean, the music industry is disgusting with it. They'll push everything. They're trying to push the WNBA right now by, I think, saying like Kim Kardashian's going to WNBA games, and it's like, do you think that's gonna get people to go fucking watch it? I don't fucking think so. I was like, gonna be like, you sure about that?
They're like pushing the whole Taylor Swift Kelsey fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I don't get it. Although I saw someone bring this up, and it is true. It's weird. If you look at generations of decades, look at the 90s, and if you look back 20 years from the 90s, it's the 70s. Look at how different music was. Look at how different styles was. Look at how different cultures were. Now, if you look back 20 years from today, 2023, look back at 2003, shit has not changed. Taylor Swift back then would have been like a Britney Spears. The same fucking thing. Like that same kind of era of popularity. Like, it's weird. Our styles haven't changed. Someone showed this. They showed clothes from 2003. Like, all those clothes and styles would have still been fine to wear today. Like, you wouldn't have noticed. You wouldn't have batted an eye.
Spears is so much hotter than Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I don't personally find her attractive. I don't think she's unattractive, but I don't look at her and be like, oh, she's a hot superstar. She's kind of bland. Like I do agree with that. I don't think she's a hot superstar. Like I think Britney Spears was like this kind of like hot teen kind of jailbait kind of thing. That's what they were going for that in the early 2000s. Like, remember there was like a countdown in the Olsen twins to turn 18. Do you remember that? That was like a countdown.
There's entire Reddit forums where as soon as like any actress turns 18, the entire thing goes off. You know, they go crazy.
Yeah, there was a count. It's creepy now when you look at it. But is it? Is it creepy? I mean, I guess who's the next jailbait? Who's the next? I don't think there's a jailbait. You know,
is Countdown to Legal like a Reddit forum name?
Oh, probably.
If not, it should be one.
No, I think they would have banned that by now. That's that like Reddit's a bunch of like little pussy. Like you go to the Reddit comments and they all think they're the smartest person in the world. You know, like it's disgusting. Reddit. I mean, I've been on Reddit for like 11 years or something, and it's changed so much. It at one point was kind of cool. Well, it was never cool. Like it was nerdy.
Yeah, it was never cool.
It was nerdy, but at one point it was more like fun and more I don't know, like not so douchey. Like all the commenters are so douchey. At one point it was kind of like a fun community that was new. That's gone. That's way gone. 10 years gone. Like that could have been like the first year of using Reddit. I remember feeling that. But no, it's gone. Yeah, no, Taylor Swift is not super attractive. I don't know. I mean, tell you what, if I met Taylor Swift, someone that looked like her in person, I don't think I would say if someone like that was interested in me, I'd be all in. I'll say that.
In comparison, she's not that great.
Yeah, in comparison to like, you know, yeah, like what we're saying, like Britney Spears back in that heyday. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. Shakira or something. No, not there.
I mean, like to me, I would think maybe Sheryl Crow would be her comparable.
I think Sheryl Crow's way more attractive.
No, I'm trying to talk about like alt country pop.
She's not country though. She's all pop. She's essentially a Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears kind of. She's got to fall into that genre.
That's not how she started.
I know that's not how she started, but that's what she is. And even then, when she started, she was that fake country bullshit. She was that. She started when the country scene was just trying to go pop anyway. You know, that was when Nashville knew we got to make pop music. She never like had anything that was that country. There hasn't been country music that has been like what country music should be for the past like 30 years. It's all been like Garth Brooks fucking bullshit. And Garth Brooks, the fucking business major from fucking Boston University, the fucking New Englander who made all his money off these dumb Southerners. Which is like the Cable Guy, like Larry the Cable Guy. It's another one of those. And I think to myself, are you sure about that?
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I switched that up because you thought I was going to go to the other clip. Thought I was going to go to that, but I didn't.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the press conference for a history of violence. And I will immediately introduce the people who are here at this panel. Sitting next to me, actor and director, Mr. Ed Harris. Ed, you wanted to add anything?
Not particularly.
Oh, yeah, you did do one. That's
I'd
right.
like that. No, because what is that? What is that? No? What is that? What is it? What is it? What is violence? What is it? You know, that's what the movie's about.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this note, thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, I love that guy's accent. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, thanks for being here. He's like a German in fucking Canada. It reminds me of the scene where in Life Aquatic where he shows his movie in like somewhere in Europe or something. I think it's in Italy. You big Jack Cousteau fan? Big you like Life Aquatic?
Yeah, I like Life Aquatic. I don't know. That whole like Sue George soundtrack shit was
Oh, yeah, it was good.
pretty. I don't know. I was gonna say like it was overrated.
Yeah, well, it was. I thought it was good, but I remember like Pitchfork would talk about it, and it made me like probably like it less. I remember it was like
Well, that and the Lost in Translation soundtracks did really well. They were very popular.
yeah. No, I think there's a few whatever that guy's name is. The Life on Mars acoustic version was good, but then everything else was like, all right. But that's kind of how it goes.
David Bowie.
Yeah, all those Sue George songs were David
I was
Bowie
just saying, like,
covers.
don't fucking shit on David Bowie because I'll leave right now.
Yeah, no, all those songs were Bowie covers. That was kind of the theme.
It was the
You know about David Bowie? You've heard of him? Ziggy Stardust.
no, that whole like him doing covers of it was a fucking what was that shit? Just cheap.
It was good covers though. Like I think he did
I
have
mean,
an
they're good
original.
covers. You didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
What do you
Good
mean?
cover.
I know that was good
Some
covers.
mush asshole with an acoustic guitar just dribbling
Well,
over the
I mean,
same-
also he's black too. He's black. He's black and doing that. He's black and French and doing that. That dude, that
He
adds
was
up.
in the City of
That's
God.
like Pitchfork. When they hear someone's black and French, it's like 8 out of 10 at the start. That's where it starts. That's like the
You've
that's the
seen,
floor.
City of God before, right?
Yeah, black and French. Oh god, they're like coming in their pants at that point.
The actor who plays him is in City of God.
That's true. He is. City of God is a great movie. I never saw the show.
I didn't know there was a show.
There was a
The
show.
fuck?
There's a City of God show. It came out after. It's called Is it called City of God?
It's called City of the State.
Wait. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm not accurate on this. I thought there was a City of God sequel show.
Yeah, no, I thought there was a TV show.
Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, I guess it could be a Mandela thing. I mean, I'm looking at this. They say there's a sequel series in development at HBO, but I thought there was a show. All right, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. No, I guess there's not a show. I don't know anything what I'm talking about then. All I know is I like City of God is dark. Something I watched once and I never wanted to watch again though. You know, it's not a fun watch. It's
No,
like
it's not a fun watch. It's not
like a Requiem for a
bring
Dream.
The whole family around.
Yeah, it's like you don't celebrate Christmas by watching Requiem for a Dream. You know, like you're not gonna do that. You know, like get some peppermints and caramels out to go watch Requiem for a Dream.
But then again, people watch A Christmas Story, and those motherfuckers have a bunch of dogs like rape their house, and then they go and eat some Asian food with a duck getting decapitated. So it's not all clean and fun.
Dude, that movie is so overrated. I like that movie's so overrated. It's like a very okay movie. What was that?
You're not old enough to relate.
Yeah, no, I am. I remember it. I saw it when it came out. It was not
I'm older than you. I know.
You're not older than me. Well, maybe you are by a few months. Could be by a few months.
You don't get it, man. You don't get it.
I think I get it. I think it's a very overrated movie that got blown out of proportion. What's up, Mixoplex? Yeah, we're talking about Christmas Story. We think Mixoplex.
It was like Mike Soxoplox or something.
Oh, that's like an alternate universe. Moxocoplox. But Christmas Story is overrated. I don't know about in Canada if it's the same thing, but in America it's on TBS on repeat on Christmas, and it's disgusting. There's better Christmas movies. The Grinch cartoon is a good example of a better Christmas property. Put in that Grinch cartoon over the Christmas Story. Come on. Christmas is, you know what though? Christmas has good movies attached to it. You got the what is it? That Jimmy Stewart movie where he's fucking
It's a
going
Wonderful
deaf
Life.
from. Yeah, that's a great Christmas movie.
No,
There's better
Christmas and Halloween have tons of great shit. I
Scrooge, great
almost
movie.
look forward to when those seasons happen because I don't know. It's like it's just a weird month altogether.
Oh, December? Yeah, the Scrooge Bill Murray one is great. I do like that movie a lot. It's good. There's a darkness to that movie too, which I like. So it's that era of filmmaking. It's
I
gritty.
didn't realize, but Bobcat Goldthwait
Directed it,
was
right?
like
Or
a
wrote it?
big deal stand-up wise. I didn't realize how much of a
Oh yeah,
stand-up
man.
following he had.
Of course. Yeah. He was on
I just think it was like some obnoxious asshole who was in movies every now and then.
No, man, big
people
stand up.
actually
He was
really
on
like his stand-up.
he was on Finding Bigfoot. I saw him on there. I love that Finding Bigfoot show. He was on there. He did his ridiculous voice. That's by the way, that's a great show, Finding Bigfoot. That's an old standby. You ever seen that show?
Nah.
Never
I don't
get
know what that is.
It's like where these like bumbling fucks go out and they look for Bigfoot and they never find anything.
Well, it's like
That's
all those
basically-
fucking ghost shows.
Yeah, but it's better than the ghost shows. I don't know why, but it is. You got this retarded guy named Bobo who goes out there and basically like he's half retarded. Might be full retarded. And then there's another one. There's an Alaskan monster show that, oh my god, it's so fixed
Well,
and
it
fake
reminds
and
me of
like
that.
it makes me laugh so much.
It reminds me of like all that survival shit. I feel like you're watching
I
like
still like Survivor
3 to
stuff.
4
Yeah.
different survival shows. Where it's like some Alaskan family, and then like some game show, and then like some
Hold on, I gotta show you this.
reality thing.
Well, no,
All
I like Alone.
you're watching like
Alone.
3 to 4 different survival adaptations at the same time.
Oh, Christmas Vacation is that's again that is probably like my favorite. That's my favorite Christmas movie. I put that in there. But dude, I like Alone, which is like the best survival show of all time. I don't think anything tops it because it's like, 10 contestants that are out there. They have to film themselves. It's real. I like Survivor Man too because he went out by himself and filmed himself. I like all those.
Survivor Man.
This show, Alaskan Monsters, is so ridiculous that
Well,
I just
like, who is Survivor
crack
Man?
the fuck
Is it
up.
Bear Grylls or some shit?
His name is Les Stroud, motherfucker. Les Stroud. Bear Grylls was
Okay,
fake.
you say like I'm supposed to fucking know who that is.
You know Les Stroud, the Canadian. He must be Mixixaplex has to know Les Stroud. He's Canadian royalty. That's
Mixixaplex.
fucking Canadian
You're
royalty.
Canadian?
He said he met Les. Oh, dude, Les is fucking off. Les Stroud is a fucking cool fucking guy. Cool guy. That's also what's nice about him. He's plays guitar. He likes good stuff. He's a survival guy. He knows how to do this shit. He's like real. Everyone every other person's trying to like hype up their shit.
You
His
keep
stuff is
calling
like
him
low key
Mixixaplex.
and real.
It's not Mixixaplex.
Yeah, Mixixaplex. Yeah, he saw Bigfoot. His Bigfoot episodes
you,
are great. The Survivor Man
Mixixaplex,
Bigfoot episodes.
Did you see the?
I believe him too.
Last,
I believe him. He's not a
last
liar.
stream where we went into the multiverse.
Yeah, you got to see when we go into the multiverse. And we went into the infinite. Yeah, but the Survivor Man Bigfoot, yeah, his Bigfoot story is fucking so believable. I have to say, like, because he's not someone that would lie about this shit.
Yeah, I mean,
He's like
when I
he's
hear
like the
Bigfoot
exact
story,
opposite of that.
When I hear Bigfoot story, I immediately think believable.
I'm telling you, man, his Bigfoot story is believable.
Okay. Why?
It really is. Let's I'll play it, man.
Does
This
he
is
smell his
gonna
balls instead of his cock.
No, it's just he's not like someone to make this shit up.
With me though, but you pussied out.
Not pussied out.
No, seriously.
I just wanted to see, give you some time on your own, see if you found it, and then if you didn't, I confirmed my suspicions.
You got energy, man.
You're beautiful too, man. You got character. You got a different kind of pretty going on.
Like, oh god, you killed
Okay,
me.
now let's get back to the short and curlies. What have you seen?
Well, first of all, picture the scene. I'm there.
Let me take my pants off.
Middle of nowhere.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on, do you want? There should be some hand cream over there.
I don't need that shit. I dry Jack. I'm a man. I don't want to be dependent on lotion like some pussy.
So on the top of the mountain in Radium.
Radium? Where's that?
Radium Springs, British Columbia. First time in my life ever.
That's a big area, right? Big high sightings.
No, it's a small area. But big area for the sightings, yeah. First time ever. First of all, I've never claimed this. I saw big freaking lights in the sky I couldn't explain. I'm like looking, going, what the? And there they are. Just the whole classic UFO thing. I was like, what the? I've never seen anything like that.
This is while you were filming.
This is while I'm on the top of the mountain while I'm filming the show. I'm looking at these big ass lights, way bigger. If it was a plane, it was bigger than the Concorde.
Whoa.
And they just hovered there.
I've seen that shit.
And they're gone like that. Just gone.
So the best thing you saw was nothing. Best thing you saw was shit disappearing.
You're gonna have to watch the episode.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
No,
the howl.
We ain't doing teasers, bitch.
The hoop.
I gotta go a little bit.
When you're surviving, couldn't you just wrap up
animal
food in plastic and then eat it and then poop it out and eat it later?
Spray,
like take the plastic off and eat it.
What? Jesus Christ!
It seems like it could work.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Did you do the howling?
That was a big, of course.
Like they do.
Hoop.
The hoop. You calling for some dick? That's the worst. When you get there, he thinks you're a dick tease, just beats the shit out of you. A horny Bigfoot wasting his time. It's like you don't want to be a fake Bigfoot Tinder.
Let's try getting drunk here. I could tell.
No, it's not a bad idea.
What the fuck, dude?
Boom.
What am I have to fake this whole thing out for you?
Yeah.
How dare you treat me like such fucking
lame.
ignorance?
I'm trying to find
Jamie.
the Bigfoot
Pull up this
story.
image. This is a.
I gotta find his Bigfoot story is really good. Shit. Survivor Man Bigfoot story. It's really good. He has two encounters. I know essentially that essentially they talks about was God, I gotta find it. I know it was on Rogan that he said this. That's why I'm trying to look for it. But I know one is that he was actually kind of surviving out in the wilderness with I think a wife, and they're out there living kind of off the grid for like a year, and then they heard like in the middle of fucking nowhere, like we're talking miles and miles away from civilization, miles and miles away from a trail, miles and miles away from hunters or anything like that. They heard someone come on 2 feet, walk up to their tent, and he says like, "Hey, what the fuck?" He's like, kind of says like, "Hey, I hear you. What are you doing?" And then like here's 2 feet walk the other way. That was like his kind of like his first encounter. And then I know he said out in this is out in like Alaska. He had his first like it's on Survivor Man. He actually was filming himself, and you could see him in the take too. He's being really weird because he's starting to kind of notice something's going weird around him. And he's talking about his Survivor Man bullshit, all that stuff. And then he turns off the camera and he says, you can even see him in the take. Like he's like, he can sense something strange around him. Something like maybe he hears something in the distance. And you could tell he's being weird during his take. And he even said, like, I heard something the whole time. And then he says he turns off the camera and then he hears a fucking, a great ape. He hears a fucking monkey noise in the fucking Alaska where there are no fucking monkeys. There are no fucking wild apes. And he's someone I trust. It's like, that is a place, again.
Why?
There are no great apes in Alaska. There are no great apes in Alaska.
Why do you trust him?
Because he's not someone who's trying to make money off Bigfoot. There are people who try to. I don't think he cares. You know, he's more of a he's made money off being a serious survival person, and that's a whole different aspect. And then there are people who make, you know, stuff about Bigfoot. It's a different type of person. It's just not the same thing. Or it's like I wish I could find him talking about it, but it seems like I can't.
Really, we should have had more Lakey clips going on.
And then he went out and did a whole big Survivor Man Bigfoot couple episodes where he's trying to kind of find it. He talked to Todd Standing, who's kind of like notorious hoaxer. And he even kind of said, like, I think this guy's fucking bullshit. So like he even talked about it. He's like, I think a lot of this stuff around these people are bullshit. That's the thing, is like he's not like gonna believe, like Finding Bigfoot on that show, anyone's a fucking, anytime they hear anything, it's like, oh yeah, that's a fucking squatch. Yeah, no, I don't think so. And it's true, mixed with like Canadians aren't liars. That's kind of they're a little more honorable than Americans. But I do love Mason Lester out. Cool fucking guy. Actually thought about
it, just the placebo they want us to believe.
It could be that, man. It could be that. And that they're nice. I think it's the placebos that they're so nice.
I feel like he's in blackface every other Halloween.
I think they're just super polite. I think that everyone's mistaking niceness for polite. But watch this. Alaskan Monsters is like over the fucking top. I've been liking this show just because it makes me laugh. I can do a whole episode on Alaskan Monsters.
We're in
zone. Big cast.
Alaska, and we're.
What's that?
It's a big cast.
Oh yeah.
Going after the.
You have two. You know, like a lot of these will have like, all right, we need like one crazy old guy. They got two crazy old guys. They went with like they did the double dose of crazy old guys.
And one of them has AIDS.
Right. One of them's got full blown AIDS.
Legend has
Another
it the
one's
northern
got
giant has been spotted by native Alaskans for
AIDS.
thousands of years. Some believe it's the short-faced bear, thought to have gone extinct over 12,000 years ago.
I don't know
What's
if
the
he's
CGI
or what, but he succeeded.
Here you go. You can see it right here. See these two old guys? They're both fucking crazy. Not just one. You got two crazy old guys. That's the difference, man. That's the difference with a lot of shows.
How long do you think if you grew a beard, it would get to terminal length?
I don't think I could. I'm not in that zone of things. I couldn't do anything like this.
Well, certain people definitely have longer terminal length. But
I have to get extensions.
Your terminal length would be before it stopped growing altogether.
I'd have to get like black guy. I don't know. Half an inch. I don't know. I can't grow a beard like that. I'd have to get like extensions like a black guy.
I think you get to like 2 to 3 inches at least.
You get beard extensions. I should get beard extensions. That might be something I invest in.
Sounds like a Cinco product.
Yeah, beard extensions.
It's like a milkshake.
Yeah, watch these guys. They always find every time they go out, they find something. They find something in quotes.
Packed up my camp as fast as I could. I'm pretty sure.
Whoa!
So it's so fake. It's like the fakest shit. It's like kids playing in the woods.
That's about the last damn thing.
They're old drunk.
Yeah, did you hear the sound of that rock? I was
Bullshit.
listening to Cody while he was telling his story about his encounter. All of a sudden, man, there was a big roar. Never heard nothing like that before in my life.
I don't think this guy is an expert in anything other than maybe drinking alcohol
or beard braiding.
Maybe knowing how to make crack.
Hope you got some hot loads in that thing, Bear, because I feel naked out here without my gun.
Did you hear that? He hopes you have some hot loads in that thing. Okay.
Yeah, I got the grizzly loads in this bastard, yeah.
You guys see anything?
No, but I mean, it sounded like he was right there.
Oh, yeah.
So you was only about a quarter of a mile up there, like that? Yes, go out and try and hunt the Jersey Devil at night.
And just totally fake it. Like just totally fake it.
Yeah, but it's like not even close to finding anything at all.
Yeah, like this whole show reminds me of like
hype and bullshit.
It reminds me of like, you ever been like a kid and you're playing like Cowboys and Indians or like war or something, and you're just pretending a scenario is happening? That's like what all these people remind me of. Like little kids pretending something's happening.
Well, no, the biggest one is like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, but it's a little different. It's like a little bit more like Cowboys and Indians and playing war. Like
I'm talking like this mixed with the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they could play count it. I guess kids don't play Cowboys and Indians anymore. That's done. There's no Cowboys
Well,
and
there's
Indians.
no Indians. I haven't been Indians for a long time.
Yeah, they got to be like the politically correct Indians.
It's
Get
the
Curry.
Guardians now. The Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians and the Cow people.
Well, the Braves still exist.
Yeah, that's true.
A month ago, so he's been in this area for a month.
I've never heard a bear or anything that sounded like that. That is the scariest thing.
His playground out there.
Man, I really don't believe we got enough firepower to be out here.
Okay, well, let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go. We're in his backyard.
Firepower
This is the
doesn't
perfect
mean
place to set this trap.
guns?
Like, I really don't believe we have enough alcohol to take this one out. We got to
They
get
said
a couple
firepower.
more. Oh, I thought they said alcohol. We got to get a couple more fifths of,
What do you mean by
vodka
firepower?
to get
Like,
out of this.
You're gonna get bigger guns to shoot imaginary stuff.
We need a little more whiskey to be out there, or else we aren't going to be safe. This is Alaska. That's
You're gonna
basically
have-
what the show is.
You're like, do what they're doing, but eventually it leads to us blowing up Sasquatch with a grenade launcher.
No, I think we should. Like, honestly, there's a clip in the first episode where the guy's hiding in a bunker. He's in a bunker and he's pretending like Sasquatch is like berating the bunker. So he's like got a gun and everything, and he's like, this motherfucking Sasquatch is coming at my fucking bunker. And then he's like, he has to like
Yeah, we
run
should
out
get
at
some
the end of
fake
it.
guns.
It's like so absurd. Yeah, no, I would
We should
love to
get
do
fake
a
guns
parody.
and have it like military versus ghost stuff, or like Blair Witch, like guns versus the Blair Witch Project.
No, I think we should do a New Jersey Devil hunt TV show but we got to get like a drunk old
Well, let's
guy.
show the process. Like we should show like going to flea
we
markets
should get a
and
nude-
buying like fake guns and things to use
Yeah.
to film.
We should get a new drunk old guy in every single episode. That'd be like the selling point. We have a different drunk in each episode. We're gonna take a new drunk out to the woods. See what he does. That kind of thing. It's gonna smell like an old man beard. That's the downside. It's gonna smell bad. It's gonna smell like carrots with like a mix of whiskey and vodka. That's the downside. That's the underbelly of filming that kind of show. But yeah, we should take him to Columbus to see some airsoft guns. We should get some fake airsoft guns.
Well, no, we gotta get guns that look real.
Yeah, they look real. Maybe bring a samurai sword to hunt the Jersey Devil. You know, if that thing gets up close, you'll samurai sword him out. That kind
Or
of thing.
knives. I remember flea markets having tons of giant
Yeah, like
crocodile
anime knives.
Dundee type knives and stuff.
Yeah. I went not too long ago. It was fucking scummy as shit because it's on that border of well, it isn't on the border. It's everyone there is like an Eagles fan. So I saw all these I saw a couple mullets, and I saw it'd be a guy with a mullet, and then he's got a white T-shirt that just says "Go Birds." It's not even like a real Philadelphia Eagles licensed shirt. It just says "Go Birds." It's like a white T-shirt that says "Go Birds" on it. That's how you know they're fucking scumbags. But there's something quaint and awesome about that at the same time. I'll say it's like something that it's super cute. You got that "Go Birds" mullet thing going on there. That's fucking scumbag South Jersey for you. It's a whole other beast. We might not find the Jersey Devil, but we'd find a whole lot of that. I'll tell you that. We'd find a whole lot of that. Some camo pants and a Go Birds t-shirt. Maybe a mullet and maybe like a left earring. Because the right one's gay. Something like that. You know.
Camel
And a
pants.
mustache. A mustache, mullet, left earring, white t-shirt says Go Birds. Camo pants. Work boots. You know. Steel toe work boots. Carhartt. That's the South Jersey uniform right there. And then maybe like really tacky sunglasses that look like you're from the 90s baseball player, and you put those on top of your mullet. They're not on your face. They're like on top of your head. And there you go. I think you could. Am I painting like an accurate picture? Like,
Yeah,
I feel
of
like
a weird character that maybe existed.
Oh no, dude! Like, I'm telling you, I saw multiple people that look like that. It's not even like it's multiple. You're gonna find a couple. You're gonna find a couple that look like that, and you're gonna find variations of that
A
where
couple
one
or
might
a
have the
couple
mullet.
of them?
I found like 3 people that look exactly like how I described, and then you're gonna find someone who just has the mullet, maybe a different T-shirt. Then you're gonna find someone who has the camo pants. Then you're gonna find someone who has got those sunglasses on their head. You know, like, and then you kind of, put those together, and you'll find a couple of those. It's a perfect mix. It's a perfect storm. It's a Russell Crowe's perfect storm kind of scenario. Was he in Perfect Storm?
George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg.
Okay, I thought it was
John
Russell
C.
Crowe.
Reilly. I don't think he was in that.
Yeah, I don't think he was. I think I'm in Master and Commander. Thinking of that because there's like some storms in that.
Yeah, you are. You're thinking of that Paul
Master and
Bettany
Commander.
is a scientist thing
Yeah.
where he gets shot and dies in the shore.
Yeah. Oh no, he survives. Remember, I think McSixoplex points this out. He survived in Master and Commander. Paul Bettany does not die in that movie, but we thought he did.
He's with Jennifer Connelly.
Really?
Yeah, they're married.
Okay.
She's I gotta say, like, Jennifer Connelly's like probably one of the best, like,
Well, going back to a certain age,
less like
age, yeah.
20, 30 years.
Yeah, to a certain age, yeah. You know? Yeah. I don't know about now.
No, now she's probably like on her deathbed.
Yeah, she's like 70 years old now. But, Labyrinth era, Jailbait era. David Bowie probably trying to hit that. Yeah, I agree. Requiem for a Dream era. Talked about that earlier. Oh yeah, but I think that about solves it for us. That we solved for X tonight. Speaking of X or Twitter, we're at twitter.com/wizard_shack, and that about does it for us. So see you next time. Bye.